What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day today. Today I'm going to be doing a detail on the engine bay of my 2012 Audi A4. So we're going to go ahead and show you the engine bay now. I'm going to show you, it's not too terrible, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the places that needs to be cleaned. We're going to clean it up really well so that if we come to a car meet or something, we can shine like you've never shined before. So I'm gonna get this all set up for you and I'll show you how dirty it is. Alright guys, so here's the engine bay. It's not too bad. I mean, that's pretty bad. We got grease stains down here. These will all come off. We got some bugs, some dirt right there. We got some more grease on this side. Got some on the column here, that looks pretty bad. Down in there. And preferably we don't want to use water. I'm trying not to use water to the best of my ability. I have some degreaser. We'll use maybe a little bit of water, but we're not going to do a pressure washer. Due to just the simple fact that there's electronics here, here, and up here where the battery terminals sit. So we're going to try to use as little water as possible, but we're going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up. I'm actually going to put a line of tape down the middle and we'll see if we can see anything different there with that. So with that being said, I'm going to grab my chemicals and I'll show you what I'm working with. Alright, so here's the stuff we'll be using today. I got some detail brushes here. They're just horsehair brushes, some soft bristle brushes, easy to touch, not too abrasive. I wouldn't recommend using these on your paint though, because they're just better for plastics. I mean, you can use it right here obviously because it's not really on the exterior and there's no shine on it. So you can use these for that and the plastics and to get the grease off. Chemical wise, I have something as simple as car wash soap and water. We call it special sauce. Then I got some super clean degreaser. This stuff works wonders, man. I'm telling you what right now, this stuff works amazing. And then to finish it off, I have some dressing here, which will work pretty good. It's meant for like vinyl and rubber, but you know what? It's gonna work just fine on plastic. I know that for a fact because I've used it before. It's just safe on plastic products. I'm gonna go ahead and take some tape here. I'm gonna draw a line down the center. We're gonna see if we can see a difference between the two sides. And then I got some microfibers to wipe it all down with at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and start out with some soapy water, and we're just gonna go ahead and wipe down the area with it. Give it a little shake, just a little bit. So as you can see, basically just wet. Not too much going on here. Just get in there. These little grooves here. Go ahead and finish it off by just wiping it down. Take it up to a stronger chemical here. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on stream, actually spray. Give it a little shake. And see, here goes nothing. Alright. Well, let's do the same thing. The degreaser is obviously not meant to get all bubbly and foamy and whatnot, but it's good to kind of agitate it.
I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love.
Now, let's go ahead and move on to the side right here that's pretty bad. Go ahead and this stuff doesn't work at all. It's just car wash soap and water, so obviously that's not really going to work very well. So what we're going to do now, spray this on there a bit. Good to let it soak. do its job. Don't need too much. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Make sure it doesn't get on the actual paint of the car, that's for sure. We can go ahead and let that sit. And now let's go ahead and give it some beans. So let me show you here. As you can tell, it's already starting to break down the grease. It's super key. It looks a lot worse when the soap's doing its job. We know it's doing its job because it's lifting it all up off the metal there. Then go ahead and take a towel to it. And take a clean microfiber to the outside, of course. The brush is definitely helpful for agitation, that's for sure. As you can see, it's already looking 10 times better as before. Before it was just, this part right here was all greased up right there. Alright, just laid the second coat of degreaser. I'm gonna go ahead and agitate it. I just rinsed off the brush, so it's going to be clean again. It was actually super dirty. I didn't want to put old grease back on there. I'm gonna keep going back and forth here. For these hard to reach places, I'd suggest taking a toothbrush, actually an old toothbrush. This of course has never been used. I actually, well, used for my teeth, but I just retired it, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it now. So don't worry, I'm not gonna brush my teeth with it again. All right. This really gets to hard to reach places for sure. More for agitation, less for actually cleaning, but it's okay. So, you know, at the end of the day, we're probably gonna have to use a little bit of water. Unfortunately, with the hard to reach places, it's gonna be nearly impossible to get down in here and around this area. So unfortunately, that's how it's gonna be. All right, so I went ahead and just changed this just to purely hot water. I went ahead and just got rid of the car wash soap that was in there. Just hot water. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it down pretty conservatively, but also enough just to get the old grease stains I can't get out away from there. As long as you're careful and don't get it all over the electronics, you're okay. Alright. Anyways, we'll see how good I can get inside this hose area. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do, but here's what it is. Because the alternator's right there, I'm gonna use little liquid as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and get right by the stickers here. Alright, because I'm gonna do a comparison like this, I'm actually gonna just dress this side up really good, and then I'll show you the difference. Usually you just dress at the final. You always want to dress at the final point, but we're trying to primarily look at the actual differences here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this stuff a little shake. Kind of looks like some milk or something, but we're gonna go ahead and spray it on. It's definitely good on the plastic. Looks like I'm running low too, so. All right, we'll go ahead and let that sit. I'm actually gonna take a new brush here. That way I don't have grease all over it. Nice clean one. Go ahead and lightly agitate it into every corner here. And we'll go ahead and wipe it off with a cleaner towel. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and remove the tape and see if we can see a difference. I'm going to remove everything. You can tell there's already a visible line there. You can totally tell that this side that we haven't touched yet, still super dirty. You can tell in there, down in here, and in there. That is super bad. Also right in here. Alright, so I went ahead and removed the cover. As you can see, it is a lot dirtier right inside the cover. We'll see where I can touch, we'll see where I won't touch, because there's a lot of electronics here. But we're going to see what we can do with that. As you can see on this side, we have our sub beautifully cleaned. Everything cleaned up right in here. Alright, starting off with the intake manifold here, I see that we definitely have a lot of dust and dirt. I'm going to try to limit the water use, so I'm just going to go ahead and squirt that a little bit. And definitely try and agitate as much as possible around the intake manifold, avoiding wires. Wires have a certain resistance point, but the reason the cover's there is to prevent water and other things getting inside the internals of the engine. So, gotta be extra careful when you clean the internals of the engine. Alright, as you can see, it's starting to clean up really well actually. I'm pretty impressed with the results. We'll still go ahead and keep agitating and making a few more coats, because dirt still likes to stick inside the crevices and in the cracks too. So I'm going to go ahead and get an actual cup of water so I can clean my brushes each time. And we'll go ahead and keep on trucking. Also, the trusty toothbrush I was talking about earlier will also come in handy for this. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on there. And this will get in the cracks that the regular bristle brush won't get, because the bristles are harder on the toothbrush. Alright, let's go ahead and wipe it down. Man, it is looking better already. It's looking like a brand new intake manifold, that's for sure. I'm really impressed with how this is turning out. Let's see. Now, I wanted to focus this detail on a budget-friendly type of detail here. So we're not using stuff that requires an air compressor like an air gun. We're not using expensive chemicals. This was only $7 at your local parts store. And man, this stuff works amazing. You can get a bigger size. You can dilute it if you want. But this stuff works amazing. They say it works for engines, tools, grills, driveways, outdoor furniture, kitchens, and you name it, it's there for you. So feel free to use that. I definitely recommend it. Obviously they're not sponsoring me because I'm super small of a channel, but when we grow, maybe they'll sponsor me. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to make sure this is relatively dry the whole time. When I get into the alternator, I just don't want any liquids getting into the alternator. Obviously it can stand it for a short period of time, but I like to take the safe side. Alright, so I got the cover back on there. Looks really good. I forgot to mention that I didn't get the other side. Remember, we tried to do the tape line. I'm going to go ahead and quickly bust that out real quick. Perfect. That looks brand spanking new right there. Once that dries, won't show any splotches. It'll look brand new. Now let's go ahead and move on to the actual airbox and this side of everything here too. Alright, so the entire thing has been degreased, the entire thing has been cleaned, and it looks absolutely stunning. The entire thing, the plastics, to the rubber, to the vinyl, to the trim, to the lines, everything is beautiful, I must say. And I'm gonna go ahead and dress it. It's not even dressed yet and it looks beautiful. So let's go ahead and get the dressing ready. We'll go ahead and spray everything down, agitate it a little bit, and wipe it down clean. Alright, everything is all finished up. It looks just absolutely fantastic. We have ourselves a super clean engine bay here. Definitely worked out really well, as you can see, and I'm super impressed with the way my products worked here. So please, I would definitely recommend using this super clean stuff. Works extremely well. Did a fabulous job on absolutely everything. Alright, thanks so much for watching. If you appreciate it, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe down below because I would appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. If you have questions about the products I'm using, if you have any questions about just anything at all, if you have any questions about what that is, I don't have the answer for that. But yeah, with that being said, this vlog is over and I'll see you in the next one.